Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with the Three of Cups. You're somebody right now, I think, who is very focused on kind of the bonds that you have with other people. Okay? It feels like you have a strong sense of family right now. And I feel as if it really is, there's a fullness in your heart for the people that you love. Could be family, friends, could be chosen family, could be your work family, right? But I feel like there's a lot of love in you, and I feel like there's a focus in your life right now on strengthening those bonds with other people. Yeah, it's kind of, this is a card that really, we want to show other people how we feel about them. Yeah, we want to celebrate with other people. We want to do, nice, gracious, kind things for other people just as a gesture, just to show that we care, just to kind of be there for them, right? And so I think that you are also needing people to be there for you. I don't know, and maybe we'll see with some more cards, exactly what's going on in your life, but I feel like you're really seeing who your true friends or your true family is right now. We think of family and friends and people who support us as being there when we're down, right? Being there when we need support, we need to be lifted up. But what about those people that are there to celebrate your successes with you, right? Because I feel like you're the kind of person that when somebody else is having a really good day, you're so happy for them. Like you want to be there, you want to celebrate with them, And I think that you need that right now too, that you're feeling very successful about something, maybe life generally. And I feel like you want those people to be there for you to help you celebrate. We don't just want our friends and family to be there when we're down, we want them to be there when we're up too. Yeah. So let's put this into a little bit of context. Let's see maybe a little bit about what this situation is. Well, there's the Magician card. Wow. This is, the combination of cards here is really stunning because the Three of Cups is Mercury in Cancer, astrologically speaking, right? So it really is about a way of the exchange of that love energy, how we're communicating what we need and what we want, how we are receiving that, how we are expressing that. And of course we have Mercury itself, right, with the Magician card. So I think right now this is, I think we're onto something here. I also think that you are being recognized for something, that you are being championed or celebrated. There's some big special kind of moment for you. Either that has already happened or that is going to happen. It's kind of happening like somewhere around right now, yeah. Maybe you have a big performance, maybe you're a musician or an actor, that there's something going on, or maybe it's a work thing, that promotion, that celebration, maybe you're getting an award. There's some big accomplishment for you, and it might even be a very personal accomplishment. Not a public thing, not a work thing, but just kind of something that you're celebrating with yourself, some personal achievement. And it's, to me, it feels like a kid who's maybe doing the school play, and they're up there doing their play, and they're looking out in the audience, looking for their family, to see who showed up to watch them perform, watch this big moment for them. Yeah. Because the magician very often is very literal. It's just the one on the stage doing the performance, right? It's just kind of that moment where you are in the limelight. You're at center stage of something. And with this Three of Cups, yes, we want those intimate connections of ours to be here to celebrate with us, okay? But these two cards together are very much about you creating an environment. Now, this is it's major arcana. This is a spiritual energy. This is a combination of cards that says you are trying to create, and that is your work right now, to create your environment the way you need it, right? We're expressing our need for love and affection, for our need for those intimate connections, for those family style connections. And we're focused on creating that. The magician is the one that kind of takes the reality as it is and starts to mold it, right? It's kind of the sculptor, the potter at the potter's wheel, so to speak, yeah. And we're trying to create our life the way we really, truly envision it. And I think that is one where you have these close, intimate bonds, these quality people in your life, quality relationships, okay? So a very interesting combination with these two, because this is now us really communicating, speaking it aloud to ourselves or to the world what we need in our lives, right? So let's do another card here. Princess of Pentacles, underneath everything. Well, this could be talking about a younger female energy. Maybe there is kind of a like a parent and child dynamic that's going on a little bit. This could be a contemporary. This could really be representing the kind of the friends or the family that are that you're kind of hoping that would show up for you, or like those people that you consider to be your very close friends, But I think that this card being underneath the surface here, this is in some ways a little bit of your stoicness, I think that traditionally you haven't always communicated what you need or what you want or what kind of relationships you want. Yeah. And so this is really someone that is kind of like, I'm fine, whatever happens, I'm not bothered, It kind of reminds me of that Catherine Tate show, where she's, I'm not bothered. Really, she's a little bothered. But this is kind of saying, well, okay, I don't, if I don't have those things, I'm going to channel that energy into something else, This is a very creative card. This is everything that's potential to you, right? I think that this is your ability to really be okay, to be satisfied with what you have, It's kind of as if, not that you're lowering expectations. I do not advocate we lower our expectations. I think well, let me rephrase that. I don't feel like we should lower our standards. Keep your standards very high, but maybe the expectations, we're not going to expect everybody to live up to our standards. And that's okay. So be it. We cannot control other people, right? So I feel like this is your sense of really of personal safety, security. This is you knowing that you're going to be okay no matter what. That your well-being isn't dependent upon whether other people show up or not, Because this is the card that contains all the other, this card has everything it needs right inside of it, okay? And so I think you're very resourceful in a practical way, but also in a life, just general way, emotionally, because this card is under the surface. So I feel like you are a very resourceful person. And I think that maybe you've even been kind of known to really thrive. And because the Mercury card, the Magician, is a very adaptable energy too. You've been known to adapt and to thrive in some of the harshest conditions. Like those little things that live at the very bottom of the ocean at the thermal vents, Everybody's astonished, like, wow, you're living there. You're okay with that. It's a bit of a shell, this card. It's a bit of kind of keeping things the way we wish to portray them. And so this is a very kind of self, protection in a way. But I think you are very resourceful. And I think that no matter what the external world is providing for you, you're going to make do with it. You're going to make it work. You're going to make it happen. Okay? And I think financially you've been that way too most of your life, where whatever you kind of have in the piggy bank, I'm going to make it work. Somehow I'm going to make this, do what I need it to do. And I think that is something that you've carried with you through your life. But let's see what the past card is. Yeah, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. This in some ways is the realization that we cannot be dependent on what other people choose to do or not do. Okay? Now, we're not lowering our standards. If people aren't going to live up to the quality that we need in our life, or to the intimacy that we expect or that we desire, our standard, right? We're not going to expect people to change for us. We don't expect people to somehow behave differently. We'll communicate what we want and what our standards are. It's up to other people to choose to resonate more with that or not. And that's totally fine. So the Ten of Swords to me says that you've had to end relationships with people, friends, family members, coworkers, romantic partners, whatever it is, because they didn't know how, or they weren't willing to try to harmonize with you in that intimate way. They weren't the quality of people that you were looking for. Yeah. So I feel like this was kind of, this was a departure from that kind of entanglement with people where maybe we're expecting them to change a little bit. Maybe we're trying to, encourage them to change or to evolve or to develop, but it's really not our responsibility, right? So with this, I feel like it's kind of, we've learned to be that self-sufficient kind of Princess of Pentacles. We've learned to just rely on our own resources and not rely on other people to show up when we might need them. Okay? Now that sounds kind of bad, right? That sounds kind of harsh, that we can't rely on other people or that we can't expect other people to be there when we need them. I don't think that really is the message at all. I feel like this is expecting people and having those standards and needing and having people that will show up for you, but knowing that when they don't, we're still okay. If they don't, that's still okay. And that we can choose to not be intimately connected with those people that perhaps repeatedly don't show up for us. Okay? Because I feel like you're showing up for everybody. And so we expect it to be reciprocated. But we need to look at some more cards. Yeah. But I feel like this was kind of that moment for you. And I think maybe it's happened more times than we would like, but maybe there was a recent thing where we had to end a friendship, or we had to kind of, not really associate so much with that family member. We had kind of distanced ourselves from someone in order to continue the process of creating that kind of robust, abundant love, connection, that intimate life that we want. Yeah. Let's do another card here. Put that back. Yeah, see, there we go. There we go. That is the Nine of Cups. That is the pursuit of happiness. That is the dream that keeps on dreaming. That is the happiness that keeps on happening. This is the love that keeps on loving, right? It's physical, financial abundance and fulfillment, mental, emotional, and spiritual, creative abundance. So it's this Three of Cups, manifesting in every area of your life. And really, it's about knowing when to say no to things, knowing when to just disentangle ourselves from certain places, people, events, situations, certain energies. Okay? We're not blaming other people. I'm not saying that you have a bunch of no good nicks in your life, but I feel as if you know when to say no to people. You know when to admit to yourself that this isn't for me, this isn't working. This isn't, it's not meeting my standard, or it's not that things have to meet your standard. I feel like you want people to at least make an effort to approach you in an equal way. See, the Three of Cups is us with what we have, with what we bring to the table. And we're looking for that Three of Cups coming in, so we get that Six of Cups, right? And because we have this Nine up at the top, this is really your aspiration. You want to live a life that's full of meaning. You want to bring your Three of Cups into every area of your life. And this is just your nature. okay? And what we really want is for the environment, for the world around us, to try to match us here, to at least reciprocate, so that there is some sort of harmony, some sort of a linkage, a mesh of energies. And this is what we're really aspiring to. And I feel like you're very focused on that kind of maybe a long-term satisfaction in life, the depth of meaning and richness and sense of purpose and fulfillment in your life in every area. Okay, I don't think this is just, mentally emotional. I feel like this is everywhere. I feel like the Princess of Pentacles, because it does contain all the other cards of the tarot, is talking about your physical, financial life, and your emotional life, and your spiritual, creative life. That you're bringing a lot to the table, and you're very focused and very determined. Let's do the future position card. Hierophant. Hierophant. Fixed earth energy. So really this is interesting, because I feel, for one, that you are following your higher self. Okay, the Hierophant is kind of that part of us that we hold sacred, that spiritual self that is kind of the boss. It is the higher self. It is the guardian angel, spirit guide, ancestor energy, but it's that spiritual divine light that we are, I guess, obedient to, maybe, right? Because this is what we're following. This is what you see in front of you. This is your standard. And this is what you're looking at. You're looking to achieve this kind of high quality life. And you're willing to move on from things that don't work. Whether this is your own plans, your own habits, your own ideas, your own efforts, your own interactions with certain things, you're willing to see that and say, hey, okay, this plan, this didn't work. I'm going to move on, because you're following something sacred. Okay? And I almost feel as if you know that there's some destiny here. There's something that is keeping you just burning toward this goal. And this, again, I think this is that high standard that you have. This is what you hold sacred in life. This is your religion, in a way, right? Now, we're going to move to the path. Before we do the Path of the Serpent, mystery card. We've got to select the mystery card. Bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We'll set it here. We'll put Jimbo, the Lizard King, aka Mr. Lizard, right there on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together, and it'll give us the confirmation that we need. All right? If you have a prediction for the card, put it in the comments down below. Now we're going to do the Path of the Serpent. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything, and it really does help out the channel, and the channel needs that help right now. All right, this is kind of a critical time, I guess, in the growth of the channel. Yeah, and so all of your interactions help. Your likes, your subscribes, your comments, I cherish them all. I love you all, and I am very, very appreciative. Yeah. Let's look at the Path of the Serpent. Your general energy. Tower. Okay, Tower. The Tower is it's a very abrupt change. Okay, and I think that and it really is this kind of a breakthrough energy, right? So it's almost as if this is, yes, there's some event that you are, that you're kind of participating in. You're reaching some sort of a level here, a height. It's a promotion. It's a significant event in your life. And I see that the Magician is kind of in the limelight, right, in the spotlight. And this is an event for you. This is a moment in your life where you are really, this is kind of the biggest change that's ever happened in your life. That biggest event. And we're noticing who's showing up for us, right? We're noticing those people that are only there when we are low to help lift us up. But we're also noticing who those people are that do or do not show up when we are in this magical breakthrough moment. Okay? I feel like this is the moment where you just make it big, that you, I don't know, you go from amateur to professional or something, right? Or you have this big celebration, this big graduation, a promotion, big life event, right? I mean, this could be all sorts of things. It could be, having your first kid. This could be, graduating from high school or university or a trade school. This could be finally getting your art displayed in a gallery or something. Your first musical performance, your first acting gig. Something that really is significant for you. And it's like we're that kid in the school play who's looking for our loved ones in the audience, and you're noticing who's not showing up. Right? But you're ready for this big change. Whoever shows up, doesn't matter. You're gonna be okay. This is a significant time. The Tower card is abrupt change. Okay? So maybe this was something that you've been working toward, and this is that big moment for you. I also wonder if the Tower, because you see that eye up there and you see the mouth down there. This is a time where you're really, with spiritually, third eye, you're seeing the truth. You're seeing what's really going on in the world. You're seeing what's important to you. You're seeing the prospect of your Nine of Cups is actually out there, and you're getting there, and you're manifesting this, right? You're seeing the future. You're seeing the truth. Feels like a prophecy to me. The Tower card to me is always a revelation. Yeah, it's always a revelation. And I feel like you are seeing the truth, and now you are speaking the truth. And there's literally, maybe this is a big transition for you from the kind of old energy to now really stepping into our own and focusing on, in that spiritual sense, creating the kind of life that we want. And no longer are we settling for anything that really should be a Ten of Swords, right? So this could be that moment where we are really making the conscious choice to follow our higher will, follow our standard, this is our religion, follow the sacred energy. And, this is the Tower moment that says, I'm not tolerating anything less any longer. What's the card of the environment? We've got some Leo energy. We could be talking particularly about a Leo person in your life, but the Prince of Wands is a card that says it's time to just act. It's almost as if the Prince of Wands is what's emerging from this Tower. And the Tower is all those things around you crumbling down to the ground, revealing your true self. All these things that have been weighing us down and holding us down, we're all encrusted with this stuff. All that stuff breaks away and falls to the ground. And we emerge as this active, creative, spiritual being, following your will, following what you believe to be sacred, what is necessary to you, with this kind of this independence. Yeah. So I think really it's time for you to act on your own. And it's time for those people that do show up for you, yes, bless them infinitely. Those people that don't, okay, that's fine too. Because this is very committed. Now, if this is a career thing or a work thing, life thing, a creative thing, nothing is discouraging you. That's very important here. Nothing is discouraging you. But what is the obstacle? Wheel of Fortune. That's not much of an obstacle, really. I feel like for a while you've been kind of at the bottom of this wheel, where kind of between the rubber and the road, getting a little squished. But I feel like things are turning. And I feel like you're on this, what is it, a Ferris wheel, right? And you're getting to the very top. And yeah, we wish that all of our loved ones would be there with us, to celebrate with us. But if they choose not to be, that's okay. They say it's lonely at the top, right? But you're focused on those quality relationships. And those are the people that are going to be with you. Cherish the ones you love. Forget about the rest. The ones that don't show up for you when you're at the top of this wheel, they don't matter. Okay? I feel like your life is expanding, and I feel like if there is a difficulty in this card, because yes, it's in the position of the difficulty, right? And that is the Wheel of Fortune. That's expansion. That's Jupiter energy. That's faith. That's hope. That's trust. Okay? And it might be faith, hope, and trust in our higher self, in our spiritual path, in our kind of our sacredness, in this religion that we have, And the Wheel of Fortune is kind of saying that your life is going to rapidly expand. Okay? And I feel like that's what we're kind of preparing for. This breakthrough moment is not a one and done kind of thing. This tower event feels like it's really unleashing a lot of progress. The momentum is building. It's like a snowball, right? It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And we have to prepare for that, because I think the more your life expands, the more difficult it will be to focus on those intimate relationships. The more important it will be, right? The more necessary it will be for you to really choose wisely and be discerning about those intimate relationships. Yeah. And in a way, it kind of tells me that when you are just successful, famous, rich and famous, some of those old people are going to come around again. But hey, those are the people that weren't there for you to celebrate your success. Maybe they were even the ones that weren't there when you were down, but they're coming around now, right? So we have to be on the lookout for that. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be, a billionaire or something, right? Maybe. I hope so. But when you reach a certain zenith in life, I think it evokes a lot of jealousy and resentment from other people. Sometimes, yeah. So I think we have to be on the lookout for that. They say more money, more problems, right? It's a good problem to have, but it's going to be very important that you focus on those quality relationships. Again, expressing what you need, right? Communicating and really reciprocating and choosing to keep those quality people in your life. And having the wisdom, right? Mercury energy, Hierophant energy, having the wisdom, the divine wisdom, to kind of know who is authentic in your life and who might need to go into the, the 10 of Swords pile there. The final outcome card, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is a generosity. The 10 of Wands is showing me that you are giving of yourself, even when other people are just taking, right? It's those people that are, maybe they're there to provide for you when you were down, and now you're going to be there for them when you're up and they're down, right? And I think that's part of your nature, that you have this kind of generosity of spirit. That even those people that are, see, we got a 10 of Swords and a 10 of Wands, right? So it feels like even those people that are not kind of ride or die for you, that aren't there to celebrate when you are, when you're up, that you still feel this generosity toward them. Even though you know that these are not those quality, intimate relationships that you want. These are not your close inner circle people. Yeah. But I feel like you still have this generosity about you. And this is a kind of a very, very generous spirit that you have. But this is also, to me, it feels like it's your focus on continued creativity. Because look, we have the connection with the fire energy in these two positions. The Prince of Wands and the 10 of Wands. So it seems as if you are, you're very busy, right? These two cards, you're committed to your work now, this kind of, whatever this path is. And when I say work, I don't just mean your job or what you do for money. I mean, whatever you're burning calories doing every day. Whatever you're putting your effort into every day, right? And you're committed to that. You have this breakout event. You're committed to this new path. And I think you have a lot of responsibilities on this new path. It's very important that we choose quality people to be around us. Yeah. So the more successful you get, the more critical it is that you keep and choose those authentic, sincere, close, intimate people around you, right? Those quality people, yeah. Let's look at the mystery card. I feel this is very prophetic, and I feel like this is meant to prepare you for when you do achieve this kind of this successful status, when you reach the zenith of whatever you're doing, whatever this is, Because I feel like there is a big event, right? And you're going to notice who shows up for you. Okay? And then you're going to notice who shows up when you are kind of more well known, or when when this event really starts turning into something, it keeps growing, keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like, wow, this is not stopping, right? Then you're going to see who shows up for you at that point. Well, let's look at the mystery card. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I want to see maybe the death card, your power card. Yeah, let's see. No, it's a Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a little bit of luxury, right? And it really, to me, it's luxury in the sense that we're in such a place that we can say no to something. You know, it's kind of like someone that's offered a meal and they just say, no, thank you, I'm not hungry. I just ate. That to me is a luxury, right? It's a luxury to be able to refuse something. So when people, you know, are trying to get close to you, and for you to say, you know, I'm okay. There's this sense of really like no desperation there. It's an ability to refuse something, right? Because you're not so desperate for it, right? You're not so much in need of it. And to me, it's part of the Princess of Pentacles, having everything we need where I don't have to accept everything that comes my way. It's, let's say, somebody who, and I've been in this position, right, where we don't have a job. I've been in between jobs, and it's a scary thing. There's this idea of, I'm just going to take the first thing that comes my way, right? Because I got to pay the rent, right? And I've been in many times I've been in this position. I just kind of have to put myself out there. I have to take the first thing that comes my way because I really need it. Could you imagine the luxury if it says, well, I can just sit back, and if I don't like that one, I can just say, oh, no, thank you. That you have that, it's a luxury, right? It's a luxury. And that to me is what this card is about, the ability, that position that you're in where you're not so desperate for that intimacy that you have to take the first thing that comes your way, or all these people that are coming out of the woodwork or from your past or whatever, that you have the ability to say, no, thank you. I'm not so hungry for that. I'm not so desperate for that. And, you know, we're not just talking about romantically, it's friends, families, people that, you know, people that come around. You have the luxury of being very discerning right now. Okay. Now we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there is a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Scorpio every Wednesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Remember, I don't offer any personal private readings anywhere. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok or anything else. If anybody is trying to sell you a reading or anything else, it's not me, it's a scam. If I have anything to offer, personal readings, or if I'm selling anything, you'll see it here. You'll see me speaking about it. The words will come out of my mouth here on YouTube. So please don't fall for any of those scams on Facebook or anything, right? Just come here, check my videos, check the community page. I'll make announcements if I start opening up private readings. I care about you. I don't want you to lose your money to these scammers. Okay, they're all over the place. I hate it. We have to deal with it. We have to be smart. Okay, so please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.